Hi everyone, I'm Kelly Bradley, and I'm going to be showing you how to use QGlobal to access the MMPI2RF. So this is the homepage here. To get into QGlobal, you go to qglobal.pearsonclinical.com and then you use your login information. So I'm logged in here. This is the home screen. These are all fake test clients. So we click here on the client that we want to give the MMPI2RF to. If you need to make a new client, you can click New Examinee, and then you enter their information and all of that. So I'm just going to use the client, the fake client that I made. So I click on their name, and then scroll down here to assign new assessment. So then go over here to the M's and look for the MMPI2RF. There it is. So I'm going to assign it to this person. So there's 3 ways to give the MMPI2RF on QGlobal. You'll see the 3 delivery methods when this loads. So there's the manual entry, which I'm going to show you today. There's on-screen administration, which is like if you were in the room with someone and you had the MMPI2RF on your computer and you give the computer to them for them to take it. You have to be together for that one to work. And then the remote on-screen administration, which is also what they call ROSA. That's if you want to send your client or the person who's taking it a link in their email, and then they can take it remotely. So first we'll do the manual entry. So you want to make sure that the correct one is selected. You enter the date, you enter the examiner, so your name should be in there. And then you go down here to demographics and you click the language you're administering the test in. So we'll put English, and then you can also answer these questions about other demographics. And then we'll go to item entry here. So the MMPI2RF is true and false. So for the responses, you just type in whether it's 1 or 2, 1 or 2. So you type that in all the way down. I think there's 338 items. So you fill them all in based on what the person wrote on their paper copy. So this can get a little tricky because you definitely want to double check your work. It's easy to skip one or miss one or whatever. If you want to see the item text that you're typing the answers in for, then you just highlight show or check show item text, and then it will come up right next to it so you can easily see that you're on track. So then when you finish entering all of them, you can click save and close, and it will come up and ask if I want to verify that I manually entered the data correctly. I usually do that just because it's helpful to make sure that I did it right and make sure there are no mistakes. And then once you finish that, you can go back to their profile, and then you select the test. In order to generate the report, you would select the test. So I would select the manual entry one that I just did, and I would hit generate report. I can't generate a report because I didn't finish that test, but you would be able to if you entered all the items in. So then the next one that I will show you, we'll assign another new assessment. We'll go back to the MMPI2RF, assign that one to them again so I can show you the remote on-screen administration. So once it loads, you will see that same delivery method area that we looked at before. We'll choose remote on-screen, and then we'll type in the information for them to get it through email. So we go down here, we click remote on-screen administration. So the client's name should be entered there, and then this is the box here is where you would enter the client's email. So I'm just putting mine since this is not a real client, but you would want to make sure you put the person's email that you want to receive the link. And then you can also have it sent to yourself so that you, well, that's actually in the next page. Here you can send an email completion notification. So when they finish the test, you'll see. And then, so we'll click preview and send invitation. And then on the next page here, you can make sure that the test will get sent to you as well. So you make sure copy me is checked so that when the client gets the email, you also get the email, just so you know that it worked. This is the email that the client will receive, and everything in brackets you can just leave like that, because when Q Global sends the email, it will generate all the correct information based on the client's profile in Q Global. So it'll fill in their name, the URL, and all that stuff. So you don't need to fix that. You could also write your own email if you wanted, and it lets you do that and save a new template and stuff. I think this email is fine. And then you would click send invitation. And then if it works, if it does send, you'll get this blue box up here at the top that says an email has been sent. So then I'm gonna go in my email and open it up so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so here it is. And it will probably take a minute to load. All right, so here on this first page, your client can choose whether they want to do the test in English or Spanish. So we'll leave it on English. We'll click the next button. This is just telling us to click the next button. And then here's the instructions for the test. So they'll read those. They can enable audio so they can hear the test instructions and the items read to them. And then the next page is when they start. So they just check which one is true or false for them and then continue checking all the way through. So that is what the test looks like. And then if we go back to Q Global, I can show you, we already looked at where to generate the report, so that's helpful, but I'll show you that one more time. And then I'll also show you the resource library where you can get some information about the MMPI2RF. Okay, so we have to go back one more time to hit generate report, I think. Yeah, so once you get that email notification that they took the test, then you can hit generate report for the correct one, which would actually be this one here because that's the most recent. And then the report, once you generate it, is in their chart for you. So if we hit back, this is the home screen again. You can also go here to generate reports. So you have two options of places to do that. And then here up at the top is the resource library. So I'll click on that and then I'll show you how to look through there to find information about the MMPI. Might not work, let's see. Slow internet today for me. Oh, here we go. Okay, so MMPI, here it is. So we click that and then open the general folder, and then here's like just kind of a document that's about the MMPI2RF and then some sample reports. So I already have the document about the MMPI open. So here's the table of contents. There's like a description and some facts about it, scales, norm groups. So that's a helpful document that you can use if you want to learn more about it. And I believe that is everything for the MMPI2RF on Q Global. If anyone has questions, I'm happy to help. I've given it before on here, so you know, I can do my best to help you. My email address is kb794807@wcupa.edu. And hopefully that was helpful.